condition itself is not enough.
Dear Mr. Massa, I'm just trying to mind my own business. What's the matter? It's just another day, another black king captured. I'm about to lose my brain, stuck inside this ghetto rapture. I got a lot of smoke. If you want it, you can have it. They want a hat trick, but this is black girl magic. Ain't talking about the kind that'll make you disappear, but I'm talking about the power of the melanin within. Ain't looking for trouble, but I'ma say this one time. I put 2 dukes up if you try to touch mine. We still want justice for Samir and Trayvon. You say you don't see color, but racism ain't blind. They targeting little kids whose skin look just like mine. So I'm paranoid, it's a war zone outside. And I'm a black queen, so if you ask me to step out of my car, you gon' have to snatch me. Cause I ain't going no damn well. Had to spend my whole life living unfair. Ancestors got my back and they right here. You can never understand, it's a nightmare. Living in my black shoes by the black rules. You can keep your handshake, I don't dap coons. The white man that go nuts if he cash you. But you all on his side like a damn fool. Make it make sense.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
We are exploited. We are downtrodden.
Make it make sense.
We are denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation
Queen.
away from us or aside from us is come together
Queen.
against the common enemy. Who taught you to hate the texture of your
Ahmadiyyah.
hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin?
Ahmadiyyah.
Parents, pay attention to the books, the school system, even to your little children. Lies mixed with wisdom. His skin too bright, so he was blind to the prison. My skin just right, so I collide with division. You trying to pray to God, but we tired of religion. No savior saving, we got to save our savings. We used to pay miss, how we gon' make the slave rich? But who's to blame, and tell me why you complaining? We need a team effort just to rule the nation. Like a bad relationship, missing communication. We missing moderation. They trying to get a poison to my population. No reparations. I'm getting tired of Satan.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
I'm getting tired of waiting.
We are downtrodden.
Queen.
We are denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation.
Queen.
In my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunsa. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations, America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. See a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all in Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threat.
This is the sound of everyone welcome.
It's a cut on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threat. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece, this time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans, and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of
Nobody knows why liars lie. Winners are not allowed to allow losers to rewrite history. It's God's side and
be a movie star. Ricky Smiley can't act, cause Ricky Smiley can't act. Why is he in a dress again? He didn't be wanting the Barbie, and you gotta tell him no. Said ain't got no special, you remember? Eve ain't got no special, you remember? Ricky ain't got no special, you remember? Sir, I have 12 comedy specials. P. Diddy or whoever you is, TVJ, 20 of them. I won't stop burning you down until there ain't nothing left. Rubble on top of rubble, and I'll still be bombing. Look like a wall, Richard. Look like a wall. You didn't say no. Look like a wall, Richard. Look like a wall. You didn't say no.
All right. Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning back in once again to the original Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur show. I'm your host, Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur, and this is your morning wake-up call. So as you're coming in, please feel free to go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Be sure to click that notification bell and click the word all so you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. Okay, so let's get ready to get back into it. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Remember, it doesn't cost you a single thing. Okay? Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Dr._A_Shakur, TikTok at Dr. A Shakur, and Twitter at DGoddess27. As per usual, if you don't like what the Queen is cooking, you already know what to do. Okay, let's see who's in here. Above all the drama, Terry Hinton, Edward is here. Okay, Darnell. All right, RG Titan, Claudette, Queen Sam, Buckhorse DC. Okay, Anita Harrell. All Hell Nah is in the house. December White, Mr. Elevation, Tangi, OG Patrice. Okay, so let's get into it. G from the land. Likes up, everyone, please. Like and share. Let's get this party started. Now, I'm not, hey, dark skin brother. I'm not going live on the backup channel today for anyone who's wondering. I'm not doing all those lives today, beloveds. And so I'm going to be showing the debate tonight. At least I'm thinking about it. Once in the chat, if you want me to show the debate live tonight, once in the chat, if you'll tune in, if you want me to show the debate live, all right? Let me know. Let me know. Hey, Deronda. Let me know what y'all want to do, beloveds. Okay, I see ones. All right, so that's what it is. We'll show it on her live tonight. All right, hey, Jeff ATL. Okay, so let's get into it, honey, because it is all nefarious. Now, once again, people are mad. They're still mad, butthurt, and bent out of shape. Some of these folks are pressed because Kendrick Lamar has been chosen. Like, what is the big deal? Okay. End of the day, now they're saying Jay-Z's hating on Lil Wayne and he knew what he was doing and all of this foolishness. So let's get into it. Y'all get those likes up. Let's get into it and see what's going on here. Because they're giving Jay-Z the business, honey. Okay? First things first, I'm going to play the Breakfast Club, what they had to say, because they have the audio, so I don't have to find it. All right, so let's get into it. Likes up, everyone, please. Like and share. We're going to go ahead and do this first. Then we got to talk about this debate. What's really going down? Okay, here we go. Let me set this up on here. Nicki Minaj, Birdman, Cam, everybody got something to say.
Super Bowl argument continued online. And there were some names that got involved, including Birdman, Nicki Minaj, Juvenile. I know Kim had also said some things. Fab came out and said some things as well, too.
Master P, I seen.
Master P had actually spoke out the very first day and was saying, like, yo, we need to include Kendrick. So Birdman yesterday tweeted that this is, I'm not going to paraphrase. He tweeted, Peyton, can I say the curse word?
What curse word is it? What start with?
Yes.
No.
SH.
No.
Okay. He said that this is hating for real. He said, I can say the N-word on.
Yeah, you can say N-word. Just say N-word.
Okay, these N-words is the female private part. And then he added Nicki Minaj.
Which female private part? It's a lot of them nowadays. Come on.
Oh my God.
We know what you mean.
And then he added Nicki Minaj, Drake, and Lil Wayne. He said YMCMB. I'm gonna make these N-words respect with the K. Us on Gladys. I'm sorry. I'm gonna make these N-words respect us on Gladys. And then he put the goat emoji. And then he tweeted again and said, SMFH. Y'all know what that stands for? So then, Nicki Minaj.
Nicki went in yesterday.
Yep, I got all her tweets here. So Nicki Minaj, she said, I love watching the whole industry play dumb time after time. The truth is that no matter who tells it, picking and choosing who y'all accept truth from, then bam, pow. Might tell you a joke, but won't tell you a lie. She said one N-word took a knee, the other N-word took the bag. He gonna get you N-words, and she used the ER, the hard ER, in line every effing time. She said, go enjoy the effing money before it's too late. Someone said, a fan said, that's why I believe her every time when she speaks. She's yet to be proven wrong about anything she says. Then months later, it's Nicki was right. So Nicki responded and said, yep, and I never care about the time that they figure it out. It's good for them.
Hold on, I'm gonna fast forward.
Remember that? Yep.
Nicki got me feeling like I'm on Hooked on Phonics on here. One more, and then we're going to go to a conversation that you guys actually had in the room with Jay about him wanting to sign Lil Wayne. She said, and by the way, you don't know the half of what Lil Wayne has done for me and others. Wayne had Drake and I on his tour with no papers. He was on all of the mixtape with no papers signed. This man has literally changed the face of hip-hop. The hair, too. If you know, you know. He inspired so many to tat their faces and get locks.
We all know that. Drop on a clues bomb for Lil Wayne. Legend.
Inspired your face to want to be a great MC, and he never was in it for the money. He's always been for the love of music. Now, a lot of people are saying, because she never specifically says Jay-Z, but in that tweet, because of the locks and inspired the hair, and you know, Jay with the locks right now, people are saying that she is, you know, one of many people who've been trying to call out Jay-Z.
Not talking about Jay-Z's hair. He's talking about all the whole artistry. Yeah, the little everybody, all the artists.
It's very obvious that she's talking about all of the industry because she's
very obvious she's talking about Jay-Z.
Yes.
Yeah.
So let's take a listen to when Jay-Z was here on the Breakfast Club talking about wanting to sign or about to sign Lil Wayne.
Now, you mentioned Lil Wayne. I know that you guys were this close to signing Wayne. What happened with that deal? Because, I mean, they got to, I mean, Wayne was damn near saying he was Rockefeller, and then it just went left.
The truth is, you know, after I had a meeting with Wayne, you know, I had a relationship with Baby, so I felt it was only right to call him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I called him out of respect, like, yo, I was talking to Wayne, just letting you know, boom, boom, boom. So after that, I think we received a letter at our office for like torturous interference.
Whoa.
Right, I was like, whoa, sports. It was like, whoa. And it just all went from there. But, you know, I think I would rather, you know, lose that situation and do the right thing than the opposite. You know, I think I could have signed him. I could have signed him and then told him after. But, you know, I did the right thing, and I'm cool with that decision.
That don't sound like hate to me. By the way, it don't sound like hate on either party then. That sounds like business. Okay, you trying to sign my guy, he might still be signing me. Is he paid for torturous interference, whatever that is. That just don't sound like hate, is all I'm saying.
Now let's take a listen to Cam yesterday on It Is What It Is, giving his take on the Super Bowl situation in the pick. You don't have Cam?
You don't have the Cam over there.
Let's go over to Juvie then.
Everybody want me to speak on this Super Bowl situation. I'm mad about the situation just like y'all, man, but my hatred is toward the NFL, not really the people that booked the halftime show. I'm mad at the people that hired the motherfuckers that booked the halftime show. I feel like y'all should step in. Y'all done threw 11 Super Bowls in New Orleans, man. Y'all have yet to put a hip-hop artist from New Orleans in a damn Super Bowl. Sure, y'all have put artists on the Super Bowl back in the days. Hell, you know, I feel like every time y'all come here, y'all should have somebody from our city on it. But this time, it really hit hard when you don't have Lil Wayne on the show. I don't see how y'all don't have Lil Wayne doing the halftime show. So this goes to you, Roger Goodell. You coming in our city, sucking up our culture, and making up all this money and leaving us dry.
Listen, I would love to see Lil Wayne and friends, but I mean, you got to ask yourself a real question. Who's better for business? Like, this is the Apple Music halftime show, right? Apple is paying for this. If I'm making a business decision in 2024 and I look at the monster year Kendrick just had, and I'm looking forward to February 2025, maybe Kendrick got an album coming out, who's going to garner us the most eyeballs? Who's going to garner us the most streams? Who's going to garner us the most social engagement? If I'm just making a straight business decision, just straight business on a corporate level, it's Kendrick.
Well, not only that, and it's the thing I hate, and people will say we on Jay-Z's nuts, but my problem is this.
Why would people say that?
For years, when you look at the Super Bowl performances, right, we've seen Madonna, we've seen Bruno Mars, we've seen Katy Perry, we've seen Coldplay, we've seen Lady Gaga, we've seen Justin Timberlake, we've seen Maroon 5, then Rock Nation took over.
Y'all wouldn't be getting none of these black
Rock
artists
Nation
if it
took
wasn't
over.
for Rock
When
Nation.
Rock Nation took over, we seen Jennifer Lopez, Bad Bunny, J Balvin. Then we seen The Weeknd. Then we seen Eminem, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Kendrick, and Mary J. Blige and 50 Cent.
Come on now.
Then after that, we seen Rihanna.
Come on now.
Then we seen Usher.
Come on now.
Now we're talking.
You're talking Kendrick Lamar, Mr. Unapologetically Black
and
Kendrick
people
Lamar.
are upset.
Y'all, you know what?
The choice.
I can't wait. I want Rock Nation to walk away so y'all get the Beach Boys for the halftime show. That's what y'all want.
Beach Boys is crazy.
Y'all want Pink Floyd, something like that.
I would take Taylor Swift over the Beach Boys.
And
that's what y'all gonna get.
And I'm
Rock
not.
Nation walk away.
And I'm not one of the people. I would have loved to see Little. Don't get it twisted. I would have loved to see Lil Wayne,
That's right.
Juvie, and Drake and Nicki on that stage. But you can't be mad at Rock Nation for changing the halftime show of the Super Bowl. Like, think about it. Like,
they tinted the windows of the halftime show. They made it dark.
For years, I would turn
it dark.
I would turn it off.
They added the best.
Like, no disrespect. I didn't want to see all those Coldplay.
Now we're looking forward to it.
No.
Well, in wrapping this up, because we got to wrap this up. The Cam and Mace audio from It Is What It Is. Cam talked about. He claimed that recently they were uninvited to the Fanatics Fest that happened in New York, and they said that it was because of Jay-Z. They're basically saying that Jay-Z allegedly is pulling some strings to do things, and this is one of the things that he can do with not choosing Kendrick over Wayne.
I love Cam and Mace on It Is What It Is. The Fanatics show is full of athletes that y'all done talked about, Cam and Mace, that y'all have told y'all honest opinions about. I'm sure it would be some of those athletes who would say, yo, we don't want Cam and Mace here before it was Jay-Z. That's just what I would think. And you know who nobody's blaming, but they should?
Who?
Drake. Okay, Drake and Kendrick engaged in a rap battle, and to the victor goes the spoils. If Drake wins this battle against Kendrick, there's no doubt in my mind that you probably getting Drake, Wayne, and friends at this year's Super Bowl. But guess what? He didn't win. He lost. Kendrick to have the monster year that he had, on top of the amazing career that Kendrick has already had, and boom, now you got Kendrick at the Super Bowl.
Bro, let's really think about it.
Go argue that.
Now, at the end of the day, he makes a very compelling point. Okay, all hell knows that nobody want to see 3 dreadlocks, and that's on God. I'm sorry, but I don't want to see Lil Tunechi. First of all, Lil Tunechi's show is not going to be that big of a deal. Okay, I'm sorry, his production, it's not going to be all of that. Now, I'm looking forward to seeing Kendrick's whole entire production. And Lil Wayne just isn't it. Now, they need to sit down somewhere, because you know what I'm starting to notice? These ninjas from Louisiana complain a whole lot. Where is 504 NOLA? Is 504 NOLA in the chat? Come get your people. Okay, because first you had Hurricane Chris crying because 50 didn't hire him. Okay, now here they go again. All of them just mad. But anyway, listen, on the first full day of the NFL season, the league announced that Kendrick Lamar would be headlining the Super Bowl 59 halftime show in New Orleans. Now, despite New Orleans native Lil Wayne being right there for a hometown set of hits, NFL brass, with consultation from Jay-Z's Rock Nation, decided to go with Lamar. The moment feels like the league attempting to get in on Lamar's momentum as he cements one of the greatest runs in rap history that didn't include an actual project. Lamar's Twitter account speaks to the efficiency of his 2024. There are 3 shares of his Drake disses. Okay, then a Super Bowl announcement. It's fitting that the Compton native is from an earthquake hotbed, because every time he's popped out, the ish has gotten shaken up. They said the ish has been shaken up every time he pops out. Now, while Super Bowl 57 performer Rihanna decided to forego new music and stick to her immense catalog, last year's performer Usher dropped an album the weekend before the big game. So there's some shred of hope for a new Lamar album by January. Regardless, with a decade-plus spanning slew of chart-topping hits and collaborators who can take the set in a variety of directions, Lamar deserves to be in the pantheon of Super Bowl halftime performers. Okay, he'd be an uncontroversial pick if his 2024 didn't shake up the music world, but it did. Okay, but it did. So listen, like Charlemagne the Devil said, and I hate to agree with him, But had Drake only won the rap beef, well, they'd all likely be up there on stage, and then they still could be. Maybe Kendrick will invite them out. But why is everybody crying and mad and butthurt and bent out of shape and thinking that Lil Wayne automatically is entitled to be on that stage just because he's a New Orleans native? Okay, a Louisiana native. Now let's talk about what Nicki said. Now look at this. Nicki needs to sit down somewhere. Usually I agree with her, but this is just beyond foolish. Now listen to this. Here's what she posted. God forbid if Wayne was to leave this earth right now, the culture would be in mourning. That's why so many people keep saying, give our legends their flowers while they're still around to smell them, sitting around all day playing games with people's life and legacy. God ain't sleep. G. Roberson, you will learn that too very soon. Girl, sit down somewhere. No, she didn't say, what if Lil Wayne leaves the earth? Nicki, I'm sorry, what was Nicki sniffing on at that point? Because she sounds so crazy. So now she's trying to guilt people by saying, what if he leaves here? Hold on, she didn't stop there. Okay, now she wants to bring up God. I am so through. Okay, come on, Hulk Hogan. Come on, little Hulk Hogan. Let me pull this up. She needs to sit down somewhere. Then she goes on to say, God will punish you. Mark my words. The man that has not only pushed his pen the hardest, but gave the game more than one hip hop icon as well on his watch. Represent the rap game. The best rapper don't represent the rap game well enough for you. Black well enough for you, black people. Wow. If this don't hurt your heart to read, it will one day. Look at how our legends keep being treated after they've given us so much. Who are you? You God, judgmental swine, delete, LOL. You will regret tweeting this. Life is funny that way. Don't you dare turn your nose up at Lil Wayne, you ick munching bozo. Is she mad or what? Is she upset or no? What is going on here? I absolutely cannot. Okay. So what do y'all think about it all? Hold on. Here's another one. Like them, everyone, please. Like and share. Nicki was going in, honey. And here's what she had to say. She says, you can love and respect Kendrick and still love and respect Wayne. Even Kendrick loves and respects Wayne. Every real rapper loves and respects Wayne. Hashtag Gag City DC. Tonight is the night. Okay. Yeah, Nicki was clearly tweaking, okay? Clearly tweaking. Like, what is really going on? Okay, so anyway, now Rolling Stone seems to think they say the NFL doesn't deserve to be in on Kendrick's moment, but he let them. So they say with this performance, he's able to refute Drake and J. Cole's big as the Super Bowl refrain from first person shooter. During his video announcement of the show, he slyly dismissed Drake's mysterious Game 2 post by noting there's no round twos. It took an effort as calculated and massive as the one Lamar undertook to cleanly defeat Drake in the court of public opinion. He wrote vicious disses, dropped a hit song, and now has the chance to use the world's biggest stage to take his hate campaign in front of the entire world. Though who knows how much the conservative NFL would let him perform, not like us. Okay, anyway, a diss full of PDF file accusations, but even him performing the hook would be damning. Has a diss song ever been performed at the Super Bowl? They asked. This is all a hot mess. And so anyway, they say maybe someone will craft a 3-hour video about how the flag is a covert diss toward Drake and Canada. But until then, Lamar's patriotism looks shaky while aligning with a corporation that propagandizes the U.S. empire, a chief enforcer of imperialism. The NFL runs military TV advertisements that valorize the armed forces, and they have a public pledge to honor, empower, and connect with their nation's service members while they destabilize countries all over the world. And that's to say nothing of the NFL's hiring practices. The league's players are 53% Black, but just 6 of its 32 head coaches are Black. So I guess they're trying to say that because Kendrick is such a conscious rapper that he's doing them a favor. Okay, and then they go on to say, Kaepernick never proclaimed himself a savior. Hold on, let me go back a little bit. It doesn't absolve him to critique or banish people from noting the consequences of his decisions. Kaepernick never proclaimed himself a savior, but he kneeled during the anthem for a cause. Several of the Black artists who've won favor by feigning pro-Blackness, including Lamar, continue to help the NFL throw dirt on his fight. So they're trying to say Kendrick is helping the NFL throw dirt on Colin Kaepernick by performing. Okay, this is all crazy. Despite what anyone says, we're not past kneeling because the issues Kaepernick was calling attention to still exist. So Lamar may have the viral performance of a lifetime in January, but the access to the Super Bowl stage comes with a price. So are they trying to accuse Kendrick of selling out? Because that's what it sounds like. I just want you all to pay attention. Okay? I mean, the propaganda is real. All right. Marcus said, who wrote that garbage? Oh, Rolling Stone. That's who wrote it, beloved. Rolling Stone. Hey, they need to sit down somewhere at the end of the day. But anyway, so let's continue. Now, they say all of these rappers are going in on Jay-Z. They say, this is payback. Rappers call out Jay-Z for choosing Kendrick Lamar over Lil Wayne for Super Bowl halftime show. Now, Nicki Minaj is among the rap stars voicing their discontent over Kendrick Lamar after he was unveiled as the 2025 Super Bowl halftime show headliner instead of Lil Wayne. It was announced earlier this week that the Damn artist will perform at the event in New Orleans on February the 9th, 2024. Now, Jay-Z, whose company Roc Nation works with the NFL to select the halftime show performer, said in a statement, Kendrick Lamar is truly a once-in-a-generation artist and performer. His deep love for hip-hop and culture informs his artistic vision. Now, he has an unparalleled ability to define and influence culture globally. Kendrick's work transcends music, and his impact will be felt for years to come. However, some artists have seemingly called out Jay-Z for choosing Lamar over the New Orleans native Lil Wayne, allegedly due to the mogul's personal feelings about the A-Milli rapper and his associates. Denying a young Black man what he rightfully put into this game for no other reason but your ego. Now, this is what Nicki said. Okay, your hatred for Birdman, Drake, and Nicki got you punishing Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne, the GOAT. Nola, what's good? Eminem stood firm on having 50 Cent come out. Nicki, sit down somewhere. Okay? The Barbie World rapper added in a separate post, and by the way, you don't know the half of what Lil Wayne has done for me and others. Wayne had Drake and I on his tour with no paper signed. He was on all of my mixtapes with no paper signed. This man has literally changed the face of hip hop. Okay, we know all of that. All right, Nicki is going hard in the paint, clearly desperate at this point, as far as I'm concerned. So they say Jay-Z has a long-running feud with rapper Birdman, who signed Lil Wayne on his record label in 1998. For his part, Lil Wayne has consistently cited Jay-Z as his all-time favorite rap artist and admitted he was tempted to sign with him after fulfilling his contract with Cash Money Records. Birdman himself seemed to address the controversy, posting these ninjas is bussies with a P and tagging Lil Wayne, Nicki Minaj, and Drake. I make these ninjas respect us. God forbid. Okay, we already know when Nicki said that, started acting like Lil Wayne might just drop dead at any given moment. Okay, so anyway, it's just a whole bunch of rigmarole as far as I'm concerned. And then somebody posted to Twitter saying it's egregious and it's gotta stop. And then they went on to say, there's no reason why Lil Wayne should not be performing at the Super Bowl. There's one person who's stopping this. You know who it is. It's not really a secret. Lil Wayne had a problem with somebody before who's kind of part of the organization running it. This is payback. Who's Lil Wayne's artist? Drake. It's crazy, bro. It's ridiculous. Now he emphasized Lil Wayne will not be performing in New Orleans for the Super Bowl and said it's egregious and needs to stop. Well, what y'all have to say about all that? Oh my goodness. Okay. Uh Raz Green says we can't get along for shikes. No, we can't. I told y'all, black people always find something to complain about, honey. That's what they do. Black folk always find something to complain about. Okay. Anyway, likes up, everyone. Please like and share. Now let's talk about this debate that's coming up tonight. Who do you all think is going to win the debate? Ones, if you think it's going to be Kabami. Twos, if you think it's going to be Trump. Ones for Kabami, twos for Trump. What y'all got to say? What do you all have to say? Where's my receipts? Okay, here it is. Let's talk about it. What does Harris really believe? Poll slips as voters demand answers. Let me see what y'all putting in here. Okay, I see. RG Titan puts a 3. Okay, so I see. Looks like it's more twos than ones. So y'all think Trump's gonna win? Really? This is gonna be nefarious. All hell no said, I can't wait to hear what Trump's gonna say. I know, right? Terry Hinton said hogwash. Now, you all know PC Dan said Queen is gonna win. Hold on. Alice said 2 on arrogance. Bryce says Trump age is gonna be on display like Biden's. You all are terrible. Re-educated Soul said it would be hilarious. Shirley says Kamala Harris is already talking about she wants notes with her. Okay, let me tell y'all something. Here's the thing. Silent D said Queen for president. Thank you, beloved. Okay, Marcus says Trump going to ask for her collard greens recipe. You all are something else. Not ask for her collard greens recipe. I absolutely cannot. So anyway, we're going to be on here watching it live tonight. Okay, like everyone, please like and share. Now here's what they're saying. Bernie Sanders, I want y'all to pay attention. Bernie Sanders told the truth about Kabami Harris trying to fool voters. I want y'all to pay attention. He says she's trying to fool you guys. Okay, this came out just this morning. Okay, and so here's what they say. Now, you may have heard Maya Angelou's powerful saying, when someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. Now, sometimes when people tell you who a person is, you believe them too, especially if the person in question doesn't tell you who they really are. So that was the case with Vice President Kabami Harris. Now, of course, I'm calling her Kabami, not them. So in an interview Sunday on Meet the Press, Senator Bernie Sanders, a progressive independent from Vermont, said something about the Democratic vice presidential nominee that she isn't willing to admit to voters. Okay, host Kristen Welker, she has previously supported Medicare for all. Okay, this is what Bernie is saying. Now she doesn't. She previously supported a ban on fracking. Now she does not. This is what the host is saying. These, Senator, are ideas that you have campaigned on. Do you think that she is abandoning her progressive ideas? This is what she asked Bernie Sanders, to which he replied, no, I don't think she's abandoning her ideals. I think that she's trying to be pragmatic and do what she thinks is right in order to win the election. You have to give the seasoned senator kudos for saying it like that, especially because Harris has yet to describe her own campaign with such clarity. So voters are starting to realize this too. Okay, Harris already may be losing her post-Democratic National Convention bounce, and nearly 30% of the voters in the latest New York Times Senior College poll said they needed to know more about where she stands on issues. Trump leads in that poll of likely voters by 48% to 47%. Honey, it's real close. Okay, it is real close. Now they say Harris's support has stalled after a euphoric August headline about the polls. And they say as if much of the legacy news media has crowned Harris before her first interview as the Democratic nominee on August 29th and her first presidential debate Tuesday. Many voters also got caught up in all the laughter and joy. But when they started to look around to see what the frenzy was all about, they found a record of flip flopping on really progressive policies, running mate Tim Walz's fabulism, and a bunch of vague promises. See, this is what I told you all, honey. Okay, now Sanders is right, of course. Harris's pattern of flip flopping on policies like favoring a ban on fracking for oil and gas before opposing it now, or supporting mandatory gun buybacks in 2019, but opposing them now. It isn't about her growth as a leader or the evolution of her thinking. It's really about her campaign's recognition that far left ideas that played well in California won't sell in Arizona, Georgia, Pennsylvania, or Wisconsin. Now, gaslighting is not just bad form, it's bad news for voters because it violates the principle of informed consent. Politicians have long tried to fool voters into believing they stand for one thing while quietly support something else, as Sanders says Harris is now doing. But they deserve to be called out on it as well. Didn't I tell y'all the same thing, honey? Okay, it doesn't take rocket science to figure it all out. She's lying. Okay, everything that she previously told us that she support, everything that she said she wanted to ban and was against, she still wants to ban it and still against it. She's only now twisting it around, trying to flip flop and backpedal just to say what she thinks that people want to hear. That's what that is. And just like I told you guys, when she came out the other day, her and swollen Roland Martin with his little down low self, allegedly, we all saw the butt cheeks. But anyway, at the end of the day, when she came out with Al Sharpton and sat up there and said that she was for reparations, after she just told that girl, I think that girl was a college student, that she's for studying it. Now all of a sudden she's for it. Like, Kamala, sit down somewhere, honey, with your lying self. Okay, with your lying self. And did I say she was up there with Roland Swollen? No, it wasn't him. It was Al Sharpton, okay, bobblehead himself. Please pay attention. Please pay attention. That one girl says, I don't support someone who thinks everything is funny when America's messed up because of her and Biden. Thank you. Exactly. Always laughing like a hyena, cackling like a darn chicken with his head cut off. Sitting up there trying to vaguely answer questions, trying to not come out directly and say yes or no to specific questions. At the end of the day, she's just a liar. And I don't believe anything she says, quite frankly. I don't believe anything that she says, okay? Now, she knows darn well she's not going to do anything for Black folk, but now all of a sudden she's talking about, yeah, if a reparations bill comes across my desk, I'll sign it. Girl, sit down somewhere. Who does she think she's fooling? Maud Egypt said, no neck rolling Martin. Okay, exactly. Exactly. So we're going to be on here tonight. Everybody have your popcorn ready, okay? Have your popcorn ready. Now, let me go to and have a word from my sponsor real quick before we get back into it. Likes up, everyone, please like and share.
Do not buy 12 Tribes on Earth hair growth oil and hair magic elixir unless you want super healthy, gorgeous hair that grows. They have a whole line of amazing hair growth products, including hair growth leave-in conditioner spray, hair growth shampoo, hair growth spray, and hair growth butter. I'm starting to sense a theme here. They include quality natural ingredients. They smell amazing, and you can see the results for yourself. So if you're looking for healthy hair growth for your natural or relaxed hair, try 12 Tribes on Earth today.
All right, so you can pick up your 12 Tribes. You can order it at Etsy.com, go to Lisa Crafts, and also you can purchase it at Walmart.com. Now, here they have Bernie Sanders is absolutely destroying Kamala Harris's campaign. Okay, this is what Charlie Hertz says. So let's take a look at it, honey, because I want to hear this. This is all crazy. I'm going to share my screen. Likes up, everyone, please. Like and share. Thank you in advance.
from the ABC 2024 presidential debate, and Trump is aiming to define Kamala Harris's far-left record. This as 28% of likely voters say when it comes to Harris, they need to learn more, compared to just 9% for Donald Trump. Here with to help set all of this up, set up the stage, Fox News contributors Tammy Bruce and Charlie Hurt. Good morning to both of you.
Hi there.
Hi. Okay, Tammy, good morning, Charlie. Tammy, I'll start with you. What does Donald Trump need to do to focus really on her background, her policies? Because clearly 1/3 of the American voters don't know what she stands for.
Yes, and I think that's key. And this is why you suddenly saw Kamala Harris put up some positions, which frankly also look like word salads on her website. But he needs to focus on, as everyone is saying, and he understands the issues. That's why he's running. He's running because of the issues. But I think that it's key because this is also about transparency. What is her problem with not doing interviews, with not speaking about the issues? And like, as an example, with immigration on her website, it's the same kind of word salad and claiming that the border is, there's fewer people coming over. And then she recommends amnesty, right? A path to citizenship. So it's the same thing people have heard. It's nothing new. And I think that he needs, and this is key, to remind people you can just look at what people have done, not what they say. And he has a history, she has one. And the problem for her is she's running from hers and he is running toward his. It's an easier position to be in. So it's about where he stands on the issues. What is he going to accomplish? She is not going to be able to compete with that.
Charlie, here are some of the flip-flops that she's going to have to address. She originally said she wanted to ban fracking, said that for years. Medicare for all, including illegals, a border wall, funding, decriminalization for everyone who crosses the border, and federal jobs guarantee. That was part of the Green New Deal. How does she pivot from these positions, and how does she explain that to the American people?
Yeah, I think it's going to be really difficult, and I agree with Tammy that it is going to end up coming down to credibility. Look, Donald Trump is probably the greatest political debater we've ever had in American history. He went through the 2016 primary and knocked out 18 Republicans. He managed to knock out a sitting president out of the race before the first ballot was cast in a debate. But I think that what will be sort of surprising to people is I think that Kamala Harris will end up actually doing better than people are anticipating because there's been so much hype about how bad she is with her word salads. But the problem is that as she will appear to do better during the debate. But the problem is that you're going to take whatever she says during the debate and compare it to all of those platforms that you just listed that she's already flipped on and compare the tape from tomorrow night to all the other things that she said in the past. And the problem with that is not only does it suggest that she has no idea where she is on the issues, the problem is that it reveals her willingness to say anything she has to say to get elected. And that goes to the heart of credibility, and nothing defines a politician like credibility, either losing it or having it.
And you're right.
Trump has the credibility and she does not.
You're right about, I mean, he ran the first time, I'm not a politician, and people like that because he's genuine. Right. We know where he stands. A typical politician flip-flops, right? When they realize the American public doesn't like your old policies. All right, here's Bernie Sanders. This was over the weekend. And he was saying, no, she has not changed. She's still a progressive. She's just doing this to win. Listen to this.
I don't think she's abandoning her ideals. I think she's trying to be pragmatic and doing what she thinks is right in order to win the election. Her views are not mine, but I do consider her progressive.
All right, Tammy, your reaction.
Yes, well, he used the word ideals. She used the word values. And when she used that word values in that interview that she did for 16 minutes, that was a wink and a nod to the left flank. That was what I just said. Don't listen to what I say. Watch what I do. We were also told by this team that they were going to be the uniters, that they were going to bring things back to normal. Their normal is chaos. Their normal is a bad economy. Their normal is crime. Their normal is an open border. Their normal are world wars. We've seen it now, and they are making the mistake of underestimating the American people. And that's where that New York Times Santa poll indicates, is that the American people, want change. after all of this, they don't see her as the agent of change. They see Trump as that person.
Okay, Charlie, quick reaction.
I love the way he says that. He said that like he was helping her out, and he's actually absolutely destroying her credibility as he says it. But, he's won from this. Nobody has gained more from the Biden-Harris administration than radicals like Bernie Sanders.
So I want you all to pay attention. Because at the end of the day, no lies detected. She will say whatever she feels she needs to say to win. I've been telling you all that for weeks. Okay, she's a liar and the truth isn't in her. She says whatever she thinks that the people want to hear. She's very indecisive and she doesn't have any policies on her website. And so my thing is, all these people that are caping for her so hard, what are her policies? Why are you voting for her? She says she's for one thing and then she says she isn't. So what's the truth of the matter? What's the truth of the matter? I have several questions. TC Dan says they're both going to say what they need to say to win. Well, the thing of it is, she's the one that's been flip-flopping. That's what we do know. I don't think Trump says whatever he needs to say. I think Trump tells the truth more so than she does. Now, of course, he lies too, of course. But I'm just saying, especially when it comes to statistics, I don't think he does any of the research and just says whatever. But at the end of the day, she's been doing most of the lying. I'm sorry, it's true. And at the end of the day, she's also the one that's been flip-flopping. Trump hasn't gone back on anything that he previously said. And in fact, they lied on Trump. Let's not forget, at the DNC, Michelle Obama sat up there and lied and said that Trump was not for in vitro fertilization, when Trump said exactly the opposite. Then let's not forget how Kabami stole his idea about no taxes for chips. Okay, I'm sorry. So she's the one that has less credibility as far as I'm concerned. Christopher says she is the one that's fake. Exactly. I mean, we all know who Trump is. At the end of the day, Kabami, who are you? Because you say one thing and then you do another. Okay, you say one thing and you do another at the end of the day. Okay, so TC Dan said Trump speaks from the hip most of the time, for better or worse. Shady said, I hadn't planned to watch, but I was encouraged when someone said it's going to be a 2-ring clown show and funny, so I may look at it. Honey, it's going to be Barnum and Bailey. Do you hear me? I promise you, it's going to be entertaining. All I'm telling y'all is get your popcorn and your drinks, okay, and tune in, because we're going to be on here, and this is going to be epic. Honey, I, for one, can't wait. I've literally been counting down the days, okay? Please pay attention. Honey, I have been counting down the days. Anyway, hold on. Let's see what Joy Reid had to say. Like stuff, everyone, please like and share. I'm going to share my screen. Denise said, it's pointless to press her on policy when she will reverse in 24 hours. You got that right, beloved. Okay. Hold on. Who said they're going to have tequila? Shady said, I got to get a shot of tequila for this.
Our hands.
Oh, my
big
goodness.
event. Meanwhile, Trump has been, golfing and posting insane threats on his failing Truth Social, and now back on Twitter. Yay. And I say huge stakes for Harris because if we're being honest, Trump faces almost no stakes. Tomorrow night's debate will matter much more for Harris than for him. Not only do polls show that more than 90% of Americans have made up their minds about Trump versus just over 70% who have formed firm opinions of Vice President Harris. Because we are now past Labor Day and many voters are just now paying attention, Harris will essentially be reintroducing herself to potentially the largest audience ever to watch a presidential debate. And anyone who's been paying attention to the mainstream media understands that Trump and Harris are going to be judged on two very different scales tomorrow night. Legacy media organizations, including the country's largest newspapers, which according to Media Matters covered 82-year-old President Joe Biden's age and cognitive acuity 10 times more than they have 78-year-old Donald Trump's age and clearly declining mentals, are going to judge VP Harris much more harshly than they judged Trump, regardless of the outcome tomorrow night. That is just a sad but true fact. Her performance essentially has to be perfect. And even if it is, she's going to be picked apart. Every word, every syllable, every comma, what she wears, how she answers the questions. While Trump, even if he rambles incoherently and lies for 90 straight minutes about tariffs being paid by anyone other than American consumers or about Hannibal Lecter, his answers are sure to be sane-washed by much of the media immediately after the debate and in the days to come to ensure that he continues to be taken seriously by American voters and that this race remains a dead heat right up until Election Day. It is unfair, to be sure. But that's the way the media operates when it comes to Democrats versus Republicans. It has been that way the whole time I've been paying attention to and covering politics. It was that way for Jimmy Carter and Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton versus George W. Bush and George Herbert Walker Bush and Ronald Reagan and Trump. In fact, let me take you back to 2016, when Hillary Clinton thoroughly trounced Donald Trump in all three debates that election season.
She doesn't have the look. She doesn't have the stamina. I said she doesn't have the stamina.
He tried to switch from looks to stamina, but this is a man who has called women pigs, slobs, and dogs, and someone who has said pregnancy is an inconvenience to employers. Well, that's because he'd rather have a puppet as president of the United States.
No puppet.
And it's pretty clear.
You're the puppet.
It's pretty clear you won't admit that the Russians have engaged in cyber attacks against the United States of America, that you encouraged espionage against our people, that you are willing to spout the Putin line, sign up for his wish list, break up NATO, do whatever he wants to do.
The public, anyone with eyes and ears, clearly thought that she won. Hillary won. But the media made a choice to focus instead on her emails, her husband, her likability. And we all know how that race turned out. Which brings me to the second reason we need to be soberly serious about what happens in the next 56 days. The structure of American elections favors Republican presidential candidates, period. The Electoral College is tilted in Republicans' favor because of how many electoral votes are allocated to low population rural states. That means Republicans don't actually need to win the popular vote in order to enter the White House. They only need to win key states by incremental margins to tip the Electoral College their way. That's how Al Gore wins the popular vote by 540,000 and does not become president. It's how Hillary Clinton, who didn't just beat Donald Trump in the debates, she also beat him in the popular vote by 3 million votes, did not become president. With the results being a 6-3 right-wing Supreme Court and the end of Roe v. Wade and affirmative action. More than 1,000 migrant children still separated from their parents, the unleashing of hate and division that still has some American families divided, an attempted coup, plus 1 million Americans dead from COVID. The popular vote, meanwhile, is tilted the other way because Democrats tend to win large majorities of every group except white Americans, who, despite demographic changes, are still 60% of the electorate and consistently vote 60-40 in Republicans' favor. As long as Republicans hold that 60%, they frankly don't need majorities of anyone else. The last time Republicans won the popular vote, it was George W. Bush in his 2004 reelect, and he got just 50.7% of the popular vote. All of that may give you some insight into Donald Trump and J.D. Vance's strategy and why they don't really seem to be campaigning very much. And when they do bother to hold rallies, they seem to do them in sundown towns, small towns with a history of making it known to Black and other non-white folks that they'd better be gone by the time the streetlights come on, as the great Ayman Mohyeldin pointed out this weekend.
Anyone with $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans may qualify for help from National Debt Relief. Minimum payment.
Showing up at these towns is not the problem. But showing up at them when your stump speech includes lines about how some human beings are vermin, about the need to confront hordes of immigrants, about the need to crack down on crime in majority Black cities, this is a problem. When your slogan is the nostalgic phrase, "Make America Great Again," a campaign tour of sundown towns helps us all understand the America Donald Trump is yearning for.
I mean, if all you need is to root out more and more white voters, you might do that sort of thing. And you might drone on about migrant crime that isn't actually an epidemic. And you might push to ban books about Black and queer folks, all to keep that one vote you need on your side. That also might explain why Trump continues to unleash unhinged social media posts threatening to jail his political opponents, and why he continues to lie about the 2020 election, even though he has admitted twice just in the last week that he did, in fact, lose to Joe Biden. White Christians tend to be more open to believing that non-white voters are stealing elections for Democrats. Donald Trump isn't trying to win more voters, guys. He's just trying to convince the voters he already has to not allow a non-white woman to become president, while picking off some minority voters who might be open to a campaign message that's anti-immigrant, anti-woman, and pro-billionaire as well. And that strategy appears to be working if you look at the polls, which remain essentially tied. And as a backup, he's counting on his big lie and embedded officials in key states who believe the big lie to simply refuse to certify the election in their states due to claims of so-called fraud by non-white voters, throwing the election to the Republican-led House Representatives or to John Roberts and the right-wing Supreme Court majority, both of which would absolutely name Trump as the winner, regardless of the popular vote. In other words, all the joy and the possibility represented by the Harris-Walz campaign isn't translating into some landslide victory for the fresh-faced candidate, despite how hopeful and refreshing it would be to live in a world where the American president is a badass woman who actually laughs and can talk to regular people and to kids, whose running mate is a decent, normal ex-teacher and football coach who actually cares that children not be hungry, and who would end once and for all America's miserable experiment with ugly, cruel, bizarre, and fascistic Trumpism and prevent Project 2025 with its threats of mass deportations and concentration camps for non-white migrants, a national abortion ban, and, quote, unleashing the police and the U.S. military on urban communities and protesters. Despite how exhausting and deadly the Trump era was and how it devastated our lives, our psyches, our families, our economy, tens of millions of Americans, our fellow Americans, want to go back to that era. They do not want to move on. They want to go back. It makes no sense to me, and probably not to you either, but that is reality. Electing a woman president, let alone a non-white woman president, is going to be a fight, y'all, a huge fight. And that debate tomorrow night is a critical round in that fight. Kamala Harris has to nail it. She has to beat Donald Trump like he stole something. But beating him will not be enough, because he's going to be graded on a curve. And when the debate is over, Democrats, independents, and pro-democracy Republicans are going to have to find and turn out every single voter they can in order to put Trumpism where it belongs, in the dustbin of history.
Not in the dustbin of history? Okay, so what do you all think about what she said? Now, a lot of what she said is absolutely true. Rod, the one and only, says, who is this beast? She doesn't speak for us. That's Joy Reid, beloved. She sure doesn't speak for me. She clearly doesn't speak for me. But I will say this. TC Dan said, I agree with most of it. I know you do. Alice says, I'm sure Trump has dug up some more dirt on Kamala. Christopher said, I think her voice is annoying. DSB says, that's where Harris is going along with Joy. Listen, let me tell you something. First of all, I agree with much of what Joy said, but the bottom line is the Democrats do the exact same thing as the Republicans. They just do it behind our backs. Okay? They just do it behind our backs. As far as I'm concerned, they do the same darn thing. Okay? Both parties have the same ultimate goal and objectives. They just have different ways of going about it. So when you're sitting there talking trash about the Republicans, just know that the same thing they're saying about them is also applicable to the Democrats. Okay, that's just what it is. You see, the Democrats, like Malcolm said, they're the fox. Okay, the fox is slick and sly and sneaky and can fool you. But you know what the wolf is doing. You see the wolf when it's coming. So that's the Republicans. Okay, these liberals, honey, they are not our friends. All right, despite whatever they say or tell you, at the end of the day, they have the same ultimate goals and objectives. And here's the thing I don't like about the liberals that is so, sneaky and conniving. What they do is the Republicans do their own dirt. But what the liberals do, they get Black people who look like us to do the dirt for them. Let's talk about it, because down there in California, when they had the reparations, they wanted to give reparations to the Californians. Well, so it was the Black caucus there that basically rejected it. And then that was just them doing the favor for Gavin Newsom. Okay, that's all that was. They did that so Gavin Newsom wouldn't have to. They knew what they were doing. At the end of the day, this is what they do. They get Black people to cover for the Democrats. And another thing that I noticed is that the Democrats will point the finger at the Republicans for not doing certain things when they had a chance to do it previously, but they don't tell you that part. They'll just say, look at the Republicans. They could have done this and this, but they didn't do it. Well, you could have done it yourselves, but didn't. Okay, like the George Floyd bill. Okay, please pay attention. At the end of the day, the Democrats are the ones we need to watch. They're very sneaky, because just like Kabami said, whatever she thinks we need to hear or want to hear so that she can win and get votes, well, that's what the Democrats have always done. Another thing is Joy Reid foolishly brought up the fact that during the 2016 debate between Trump and Hillary, and yes, I said Hillary, that they just wanted to focus on her emails. Honey, if you all read her emails, they should have focused on them. They were nefarious, okay? I did a whole video reading those emails. It's no longer on ScrewTube, and we can all imagine why. But the things that were in her emails absolutely needed to be brought up. Okay, if I were Trump during that debate, I would have took the emails and read them right there on national TV. Okay, because that's what should have been done. At the end of the day, those emails were sick, as far as I'm concerned. All right, ask Julian Assange. All right, you know where they put him for exposing it. Okay, so I'm just saying, at the end of the day, let's not sit here and act like Hillary Clinton, of all people, is some person with moral fortitude and some upstanding citizen, because the things that I can tell you about her, I can't even say on this platform. I'd have to go and rumble, so please pay attention. Okay, with that all being said. All right, Miss Elevation said the Queen will be in roast mode tonight. I can't wait. You already know. Okay. So anyway, this is all crazy. Miss Cookie said, I am very concerned for Black men and women in the hands of the police officer, the police under Trump. Exactly. Now that's where Trump's a fool right there. Talking about frivolous lawsuits against the police. Who in the hell has filed frivolous lawsuits against the police? All of the lawsuits that have been filed against them were justified as far as I'm concerned. Okay, at the end of the day, they should never have been given qualified immunity or anything else that would prohibit them from being punished to the fullest extent of the law when they do nefarious things, okay? Such as taking out people who are unarmed and then lying and saying they fear for their lives. They can miss me with it. At the end of the day, like I said, Trump and Kabami, well, they're one and the same. I'm sorry. How are they different? Okay, how are they different? Both of them are liars. Both of them say things that they know we want to hear. The difference is more of the things that Trump says is things that he's actually going to do. Not saying that it's good, but it's stuff that he's going to do. Kabami is very indecisive. She says one thing and then does another, then goes back on what she previously said. So I have questions. And the bottom line is the reason I go in harder on Kabami is because Kabami is the one going around here masquerading as a Black person. Second of all, the Democrats are the ones that for 50 plus years have disproportionately gotten the vote from Black people. So they are the ones who owe us. Okay, that's how that goes at the end of the day. And let us not forget, now, even though we know that the Republicans are racist, well, so are the Democrats. And in fact, you might be shocked to know that the Democrats are the ones who started resurrected the KKK. Let's us not forget, okay? And let us not forget. All right, but we have all these Democratic shields who look like me who want to sit up here and act like, oh, they're not so bad. It's the Republicans. No, it's both of them. It's both political parties, as far as I'm concerned. All right, they're both nefarious in their own ways, and they both have certain agendas and ulterior motives and say whatever they need to say when needed. Okay, when needed. This is what they do. Joyce says Trump is a psychopath. His mental health matters and makes him dangerous. Well, And Kabami is a sociopath, and hers makes her equally as dangerous, as far as I'm concerned. Let us not forget who gave us mandates. And then Joy wants to talk about people who died from stupid 19. What about the people who died from that venom? She didn't bring that up, did she? Mm-hmm. The Black Klansman is back saying, so you're saying you want Trump and Republicans to win? I never said that. That's what you said. I never said anything about Trump winning. Okay, here you go again, trying to paint a narrative. I just told you the last time you were on here. Do I need to drop the link and go in on you real good? Because the last time you were on here with such foolishness, I specifically told you that I don't want Trump or Kabami to win. And that, in fact, my vote goes to Dr. Shiva. Okay? Could have sworn I said that. Could have sworn I said that. All right. TC Dan told him, said the Black Klansman Queen has never said that. You see, that's what happens when people make assumptions. Now, I could have sworn that I got this all cleared up with you last time. Now, if you're trolling Black Klansmen, I mean, your name itself speaks volumes, okay? Your name says a lot. With a name like the Black Klansman, I would think that you were for Trump, as far as I'm concerned, or the Republicans, okay? I mean, you've all but named yourself after them is all I'm saying, okay? Calvin said, may the best devil win. Exactly. Marty says, calling yourself a black KKK, just stop it. Exactly, okay? I mean, really. Brad Slayer TV said, get them together, Queen, because people stay acting slow. Exactly, okay? So with that all being said, the Black Panther said, but Queen, it does seem like you're biased for Trump. Well, you know, everything isn't always what it seems, beloved. Like I said, I go in harder on Kabami because she's slick and sly. She thinks that she can fool us, and sadly, she has fooled many of Black people. Okay, some of y'all actually think she's Black. I'm here to tell you she's not. I'm here to tell you she's not. She doesn't like us any more than Trump does, is all I'm saying. The end of the day. When she said, no, I'm not going to do anything for Black people, y'all didn't feel that down in your soul. Okay, I'm sorry, because I did. Because I did. All right. So with that all being said, likes up, everyone, please like and share. Okay, Pearlie said, if you can't respect a queen, get your ace out of here. Okay. Roddy said she more red dot headed orange in the orange than the orange man. Support the arts. Oh my Lord. Here comes support the arts to try to give me the business. Hold on, let me see here. Like up, everyone, please. Like it. Here. Support the arts and Queen. I wish you would consider voting for Kamala because she is better than Trump. Please. I can't do it. I absolutely can't vote for her or Trump in good consciousness, beloved. I absolutely can't do it. You know, I have pledged my allegiance to Dr. Shiva, and that's just what it is. Dr. Shiva is the only one who deserves to be in that Oval Office. I'm sorry. Okay. These people are just turning this whole country into a clown show. It is all nefarious. We have a 34 times convicted felon running for president. I want y'all to just think about this for a second, real quick. We have a 34 times convicted felon running for president, but some people are felons and can't even vote. How in the world does that make sense? Do y'all see how foolish this country is in some points? So crazy. And then you have somebody who's sitting up here masquerading as a whole Black person when she knows darn well she isn't. I'm sorry, but the pickings are slim. The pickings are slim, beloved. Dorada said they play in our faces. Yes, they do. Honey, like I said, all I'm waiting for is for the show to start tonight because it's going to be comical. Okay, I'm going to be sitting up here with my popcorn. I hope you all tune in because we're going to have a good time laughing at it at the end of the day. With that all being said, Sharon said, you think this country is bad now? Just let Kamala get in. This will be a third world country. Okay. Denise said cleaning greens in the tub. I mean, really, like so crazy. Anyway, with that all being said, everyone please get the likes up. Please like and share it. Listen, I'm about to just give me some rest today because I am going to be right Black to put up that debate. Okay, we're going to be here for it. Now, for those of you who follow the spiritual channel that are members, I'm about to post a video for the members only when I'm done on here. And I'm going live on the spiritual channel early today. Okay, since I'm doing the debate show tonight, I'm going live on the spiritual channel early today. It's almost 12, so I'm going to be on there at 1:30. I'm going to post the link when I get off of here. Okay, so everybody enjoy the rest of this day. Each one teach one. That's how we grow and thrive. Sorry, no. Hold on. I almost forgot. Y'all about to make me forget this story. I got to tell y'all about this nefarious immigrant, this illegal migrant, thanks to Kabami and Biden, indicted over serial child grapes without the G on Ritzy Island, where Obama's own $12 million mansion is. Okay, so let's talk about it, because this is all nefarious. A 24-year-old illegal migrant has been indicted over serial child grapes. Serial. So just doing this on a pattern of doing this, okay? All right, repetitively. And this took place on posh Martha's Vineyard, the Massachusetts getaway beloved by the rich and famous. Worley Neto, a Brazilian national who's been living illegally in this country since 2018, was charged with 5 counts of rape of a child and 5 counts of enticing a child under 16 years old. This is a darn shame. See, here's the thing. Do you all notice that when I report on the crimes by these illegals, that most of it is the same thing? Like, it's always something being done to a child like this. I just want you all to pay attention. Now, on August the 23rd, U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, known as ICE, went to the island to arrest Neto at Dukes County Superior Court in Edgartown. Now, last year, the illegal alien was arrested in another incident in Edgartown by police on charges of strangulation, assault, and battery on a family or household member and threat to commit a crime. Now, in April, he was sentenced to a year in jail on the charges. Why wasn't he deported? He was already illegal, out here committing felonious capers and all that. But anyway, a month later, a grand jury returned indictments against him on 5 charges of child rape and 5 charges of enticing a child under 16. He was arraigned in May on the charges, according to the Vineyard Gazette. I'm going to show his picture in just a second. Now, according to officials, Neto unlawfully entered the United States near Paso del Norte, Texas, in March of 2018. Now, the following day, the United States Border Patrol, serving the illegal alien, serving them a notice to appear before a Department of Justice immigration judge, who then released him from custody just 3 days later. On February the 18th of 2023, ERO lodged an immigration detainer against Neto with the Dukes County Jail and House of Correction after he was arrested by the Edgartown Police Department for strangulation or suffocation, assault and battery on a family household member, and threat to commit a crime. All nefarious. Please pay attention. Now, in June of 2023, the Edgartown District Court found Neto guilty of his crime, and he was sentenced to 364 days behind bars, but suspended all but 90 days of the sentence. Now, Enforcement and Removal Office in Boston lodged an immigration detainer against Neto with the Tisbury Police Department after their arrest of Neto January the 12th for a warrant related to 5 counts of rape of a child and 5 counts of enticing a minor under the age of 16. Now, these charges were elevated to the Dukes County Superior Court. The Dukes County Superior Court indicted Neto 4 days later on the current charges: 5 counts of rape of a child and 5 counts of enticement of a child under the age of 16. On August 2022, ERO Boston lodged an immigration detainer against Neto with the Dukes County Jail and House of Correction and the Dukes County Superior Court. He was taken into custody the next day at the Dukes County Superior Court after Dukes County Sheriff's Office honored ERO's immigration detainer and transferred custody of Neto to ERO Boston. Worley Neto allegedly repeatedly assaulted a Massachusetts child and represents a significant threat to the safety of our neighborhood. Now, this is what ERO Boston Field Officer Director Todd Lyons said in a news release. He further stated that too often local jurisdictions refuse to honor immigration detainers and release dangerous offenders back into the community to re-offend. Now, ERO Boston will continue to apprehend and remove the most egregious non-citizen offenders from New England. Neto is scheduled for a pretrial hearing in Superior Court on October the 24th. This is all so crazy, honey, at the end of the day. This man needs to be shipped back to where the hell he came from. Why is he still here after all these arrests and all these darn felonious charges? This is absolutely deplorable. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. I don't have time for this. Look at this. Here he is right here. Worley Neto. Hold on. A whole thug. Pervert. So anyway, above all that drama, said this is all jacked up. Yes, it absolutely is. Denise said maybe some action will be taken since he happened to do this in a rich area. Okay, Mr. Elevation says sneaky and nefarious. All right. So anyway, with that all being said, likes up, everyone. Please like and share. All right. I want to thank you all for tuning in. Okay, Queen Sam says don't send them back to their countries just to come back. Put them in the jails built for them. Do that too. Lock them up and throw away the keys. All I'm saying. Okay. So anyway, I love you all to life. I hope you all enjoy the rest of this beautiful day. Honey, I can't wait. Okay, thank you, Juju. I love you too, beloved. I can't wait for that debate tonight. So I will see you all then. Okay, I'm going to post the link. And I have an interview that I'm going to post. I'm going to be posting on Friday. I'm doing an interview. I'm going to do it Thursday, and then I'll post it on Friday so we can talk about it. But anyway, you all enjoy the rest of this beautiful day. Each one teach one. That's how we grow and thrive. Do something productive, constructive, but never destructive. And always remember, beloveds, to keep the Most High first in your lives. Peace.
Gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunta. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations, America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. See a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all at Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threats. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece. This time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got